Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to sit down and do a quick video today about my journey. Oh, I hate that fucking word. What's another word for journey? Adventure? No. About my adventure losing weight. I don't freaking know. About my struggles and successes in losing nearly 50 pounds in the last 3 years. It took me about 3 years, and I would say ultimately it took me like 10 years or more. I've kind of like to give you a little background of where I started. I kind of wanted to like explain my life a little bit, or give you guys a background. But yeah, so I've always been a little bit on the fluffier side. I think that's a nice way to say it. The fluffier side of things. I've always been super athletic, played sports all year round, but always dreaded running, like the timed mile or preseason conditioning. I played volleyball and lacrosse and softball since I can remember. And then, yeah, I always found the running to be like fun runs. When our coach would say, let's go for a Friday fun run. Oh man, that was like at least 30 minutes of jogging, and it was kind of shitty because I noticed I didn't enjoy it, but I did notice I started to improve towards the end of the season. So I kind of wish I had a better mindset back then and learned to appreciate someone pushing me, and embrace it rather than resisting it. I guess that's the theory, or the theme here, is that I tended to resist advice from those around me rather than embrace it, because I was such a strong-willed, stubborn individual for much of my life, I would say. I was known for speaking my mind and just following my heart, but in a lot of ways that didn't set me on the right path, truthfully. I kind of wish I took advice of those around me sooner, but that's neither here nor there. Like, can't change the past. So anyway, always a little bit fluffier, always athletic, always resisted. So then I left for college around 155 pounds or so. And when I hit college, I kind of went a little bit off the wall in regards to alcohol and, wacky lettuce. So, yeah, no parents to say yes or no, and staying up, eating out, doing whatever the hell you want. You get a meal plan. If you've been there, or if you've had the situation where your environment changes drastically, sometimes eating is something that you go off the wall with, like I did. So gained, I would say, 20 pounds in college. As soon as I got out of college, and I was in a relationship, got a very active job where I walked outside for a living, more or less. I was an environmental scientist, so we were paid to go looking for streams and wetlands and protected species and different plants and animals. So that was like awesome in itself. Being paid to walk was really cool. I definitely lost a lot of weight. I'm gonna see if I can figure out inserting pictures and stuff, so I might throw a picture in here of where my body was at. But yeah, I lost a lot of weight doing that. Then that job transitioned into more of an office type vibe. I sat a lot more rather than walking all day every day, and which was fine, but change of your daily activity level definitely affects your body, I think, your body mass and all that. So I gained weight through that, and then my relationship started to turn into more of a roommate situation. That's a whole nother story, but it's fine, all is well there. But it did become a source of me not embracing all I was capable of in life. Like, I feel like I was like settling with everything, and it kind of founded from that little situation, which was a big situation, but it's okay. Anyway, through that relationship and that job transitioning, I gained, from my high school weight, I probably gained like 20 or 25 pounds. So I was probably around like 185 or something like that. And then that relationship ended. My life changed. I set out on the Appalachian Trail to go be an independent boss ass bitch again, find my truth, find my center, loaded my dog up, drove south, hit Springer Mountain, started walking. Okay, so that was awesome. I would not change that experience for the world. If you're looking for a sense of being able to accomplish something huge, even if you don't get the whole way, I did not make it all the way to Katahdin. That's fine. I got what I needed out of that trail. I found my sense of self again, my sense of worth, my sense of I can do anything life throws at me. Period. Okay. Made some friendships, made some relationships that are gonna last a lifetime. I met my current boyfriend on the Appalachian Trail. He is the best thing that's happened to me, and I know that's hard to like. It kind of goes against what I say in the sense of self-promotion when you give that much value to another human, but I truly think him being introduced into my world was just, it was enlightening. Like, he's a really special person. He's such a positive, uplifting, happy human, and I needed that. I needed somebody who just loved me for who I was, found me beautiful in any shape or reality that I existed in. He's great. I love him to death. I love him to life. I love him very much. But I met him. We moved in together after that. Oh, also I did start hiking the Appalachian Trail for a sense of finding myself, yes, but also losing weight. Ooh, he's texting me. Sorry. But for a sense of losing weight as well. Like, I wanted to stress my body to the point of like dropping fat, because you're walking 12 to 15 to 20 miles a day. Harley, quit licking. You're okay. Sorry. Yeah, so you're walking like upwards of 20 miles a day some days. You're dropping fat. Your body is moving, you know, you're hustling, you're walking from point A to point B. You're not eating enough calories. There was that motive in my mind when I started the trail, was to lose some weight as well. So I did end up losing like 20 pounds. I think I got down to 170 or so. So I remember like weighing in with my boyfriend and being like, wow, we like weigh the same now. That's pretty cool. And he's 6 foot, so he was super freaking skinny, and I was still, you know, fluffy. I'm 5'6"-ish. But so the AT, left trail, moved in with that very special human, and gained a fuck ton of weight after the trail. Like, we were just eating ramen bombs, like ramen and instant mashed potatoes mixed together daily. I could not get off that thought process that your mind is giving your body to just consume calories like endlessly, because that's what you're doing. You get hiker hunger. You're just going through your pantry. So that wasn't the right thing to do. I should have been more in tune with what was happening. I ended up literally at my highest recorded in MyFitnessPal. Let's see what the date is. Let's see. I don't know what the date was. It was 2000 and... Oops, sorry. Harley, watch out. Go lay down, baby. Okay, it was 2000... We're in 2021 now. So it's 2018. I weighed in at 203.7. 203.7. The number 2 was in front of my shit. So that was so freaking scary. I'm not kidding you guys. I did not recognize myself in the mirror. I was feeling very unwell mentally. I did not love on myself. I did not speak kindly to myself. I treated my body shittily. I just fed it with worse stuff. I just was like embracing it. I was in a stage of just being like people would invite me to go for walks downtown, and I was like against it because I felt so stuck in my own skin, and that amount of physical activity would have been embarrassing, I guess. I honestly can't imagine being that person today. I was in a very sad place. Everything was angry and negative, and I was with this like wonderful human who was around me, making me feel so happy and so loved, but I couldn't like internalize it somehow. Like, I did not see what he saw. And then after, I feel like that amount of like shit that I was putting on myself and pressure to like change was the catalyst to the next step of our life, which was to buy a van, renovate it, live in it, travel, go experience life. I needed something to change. If you're picking up on a pattern here, yes, I do make very huge life changes. And they're very exciting and very cool, and I always want my life to be in that pattern still. I always want to like change it up. I don't want to get stuck in a routine. I think that's what happened. I got stuck in a routine and I was like, okay, what's next? let's do this van shit. Let's do it. So we built a van out, traveled, lived in it for 18 months or so. Then COVID hit. But during that time, I did try to do a personal trainer as well, because I got to a point where I was just like, I didn't want to take pictures in some of the most beautiful places that our country has to offer, because I was embarrassed about me rather than like this beautiful backdrop. Like, you're in Zion, you're in Grand Canyon, Glacier. We went up to Canada, and I just like feel sad for myself that I didn't experience some of these places as thoroughly as maybe I could have, because my body was holding my mind back. And that really sucks, and I don't want that for myself again. I want to always travel. I want to be able to like frame every picture I take in these beautiful places, you know what I mean, of myself. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. It's sad, but I did try a personal trainer. I got really into it for a few weeks, and then it became a little bit hard as far as the feasibility of it. Go this way. Because I was living in a van and I couldn't shower as regularly, and working out would have had to be done at gyms or outside, in which case it just needed to be like not dusty, and like we didn't have a big mat. There's excuses, I suppose, yeah, but that didn't work out. That trainer is awesome though. She's really cool. I still talk to her today occasionally. She ended up living in a van after us, and like we were chit-chatting about how to do that for her, or helping her, give her some tips and stuff. But okay, so van life, something clicked at some point where I was like, I think I watched a video on this girl who, she walked like 6 miles a day and she dropped I don't know how many pounds. But I started walking. We were in Joshua Tree National Park, and we stayed there for like 2 months. Beautiful weather for the winter, last winter. And I started walking 6 miles a day. I knew that that burnt about 600 calories for me and my body type on average. So I started eating appropriately, which for me at the time meant intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting and walking 6 miles a day, I ended up dropping down to like 177. And I didn't, just to feedback, I wasn't like at 200 for that long. That was like my hit a wall point. As soon as I hit 203, I think I dropped that like within 2 weeks down to like the 199, because that wasn't going to happen no matter what. I was not going to be in the 200s. So now we're at 177-ish, right? Walking, intermittent fasting. Body's starting to feel good, starting to feel right. Then COVID hits. We move back to Tennessee and start drinking like heavily, because we're just crashing on family members' couches, and it was just like, there's no routine, there's no pattern. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing with our lives. We were like in his brother's driveway in the van, like couldn't go anywhere. Everything was shut down. About to like go travel to Canada and wherever, all borders are closed, freaking out. Grocery stores are empty. We're like, we need to stay put, man. We don't know what's gonna happen. You know, we started freaking out and ended up getting a rental house. But the thing to note here was that I was drinking very heavily, and that affects my health choices immensely. My food, my water, how I'm treating my body, how I'm speaking to myself, exercise, all of that was out the window. So around June 20th of this year, or 2020 I should say, I stopped drinking, and I haven't taken a sip of alcohol for 8.5 months now. And I can speak more on that in another video, but just to touch on it, I am very, very proud of myself. I needed to do it. I did it for myself. I speak to myself with love now, not hate, and I think that was the root for me. That was the cause of what was going on. That was my underlying issue, was alcohol for me for now. So changed that. Something clicked. So I had been intermittent fasting, knowing that I should take more long walks regularly. I was not doing 6 miles a day. It's time consuming. It takes about 2 hours. That's crazy, right? So I wasn't doing that, but intermittent fasting, stopped drinking. alcohol, start drinking water, a gallon a day, like consistently. And then January rolls around, so like from June to January, I had not lost that much weight. You would think like you could have alcohol, you're just gonna plummet, but I think I was still eating like at maintenance. So I was around 177, I think, and then I'm just checking my notes because I did try to write this down a little bit to get a little bit of organized in the chaos. But then January rolls around this year, 2021, and I was like 100% in on counting calories, on drinking. Mainly, I will tell you, counting calories has done it. It is my end all. I've tried keto. I've tried literally hiking 2,000 miles, and nothing was working for me. I've cut out sugar, which is so challenging but so worth it. If you can give your body a break from added sugar, try it. Just try it. Just see what happens. I literally found my mood to be regulated. Lots of benefits in my own sleep patterns, everything like that. So, here we are in March. We're in the middle of March right now. It's March 3rd, and I'm down to 158, 157, somewhere in there. I only weigh once a week. I only weigh once a week. It is the most sustainable way for my mind to be in this, like fully in this, because some days the scale is like friend, some days it's foe. Some days I will get bummed out if I don't drop. Some days I'm like, it's okay, it's just a number, it doesn't define you. So that's still like a relationship I struggle with, because I know ultimately I just want my body to look as my dream body. I don't really care what it weighs. I know that, but it's still, we've kind of all been there with the scale. I don't know, maybe you haven't, but it's a thing, it's a number. So I try to chill on that, and for once a week, Sundays. So I weigh in tomorrow morning. Again, I know I'm around 157, 158 right now. So I'm almost at the 50-pound mark. Like, I'm at like 47 pounds right now. And that is freaking crazy. And I can't believe it, because, I mean, if you've even lost 1 pound, you know how great and accomplishing that could feel. At first, it could feel like nothing, but if you really, really think about it, like, that means you changed something in your daily habits. That means you did something about it. Okay, so doing something about it, wonderful. So now I'm on a path where I'm doing something about it. There's occasionally times where I'm like, okay, there's raw cookie dough in the fridge, like, I want that shit. But then I sit down and I'm like, yo, your goals are bigger than how good that's gonna taste. So just to get your head to that point, like, that I'm doing this because it's literally 360, like 180, I suppose, is a better metaphor. Like, I've literally turned around my way of thinking on food and my relationship with exercise and my daily habits. And yeah, I'm just so thankful to be in this space and this mindset, because I used to want to be this person, and I'm not even who I want to be necessarily fully all the way yet, but dude, just start now. Like, if there's anything you can do for yourself, just do it today. Like, stop putting it off. You will thank yourself in a week. You'll thank yourselves in 8 months. Like, I remember counting the days I had intermittent fasted, or counting like how many months like since I stopped drinking, and just being so proud. And now I'm at the point where everything is second nature. This is my habit, and months will roll by and I'm like, oh, I've been doing this for X amount of months. Like, I'm not even keeping track of time anymore, because it's now a habit. It is now a lifestyle. This is how I live now. I don't feel deprived of anything. I eat all the foods. I'm literally making lasagna tonight. Wow, that's wonderful, right? Like, I have coffee here with whipped cream in it. Like, you can have it all. Just limit it. Don't treat food as a reward. Don't treat it as something you deprive yourself of. Don't restrict on food groups or food types. Don't treat foods as good or bad. You don't want to develop an unhealthy relationship with food, and if you already have one, you can work on adjusting it. So yeah, that's my story, guys. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I also am where I need to be, and I'm so thankful for that. There's a long way to go, but I've come so far, and I can look at myself in the mirror now and be like, damn get it. Like, get it. You're getting it. You're doing it. You're feeling it. Like, I feel great right now. I don't know. If you guys have been in my place, you get it. And if you haven't, I want you to be here with me. I want you to get to this place. I think everyone deserves to feel all the joy, all the love, all the appreciation from inside out. Who cares what other people think? People are on their own journeys. People are their own main character in their lives. They're focusing on themselves. Don't give a fuck what anyone else is doing. Focus on you and be selfish. Be selfish. Like, you have one life to live. Live it. Enjoy it. Let's do it. If you wanted to get into yoga, just start. Get into yoga. Do it. Google it. YouTube it. There's so many resources out there. If you want to just walk, go for a walk. Literally, people underestimate how powerful and how positive walking is for you. You don't have to start running. You don't have to start going to CrossFit to start exercising. Just go outside and walk. Like, I'm really into birding. Like, I'll go outside and just like listen for birds. I'll go identify trees. I'll go look at who's blooming. Like, have fun. Make it your happy place. Put some iPods in or whatever, like, or podcasts in your headphones. Go out there. I literally will put a hat on because I don't want to talk to any of my neighbors, and I'm like, yo, stay out of my space. I'm here walking my dog. Please, I don't want to interact with you. It's okay. Like, you're doing for you. Be selfish. So yeah, I hope you guys took something from this, but otherwise, that's my journey. Ugh, that word. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions or want to know any more information, comment below and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'm probably going to do a video more on detail of what specifically I do daily now and what's changed in the last 3 months for me that's really kicked up my weight loss, because I've dropped nearly 12 pounds, which isn't a lot for most people, but for me it's a consistent, we're going down, baby. So, yeah. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.